Apple and Coinbase are fighting. Binance's proof of reserves audit isn't quite convincing, and JPMorgan's CEO bashes crypto yet again. I'm Busy NFT. You're watching All Things Web3. Another day, another complaint about Apple's App Store monopoly. Apple blocked Coinbase's latest app update, which would have allowed users to buy and sell NFTs through its app. Apple wants to require all NFT sales to go through its in-app purchase system, which would allow the company to collect 30% of the fees charged. Coinbase is arguing that it's, quote, not possible to comply with Apple's request because Apple's system for in-app purchases does not support crypto. Coinbase is technically correct because gas fees are part of the blockchain, and they're required to be paid via the cryptocurrency of that chain, in this case, Ethereum. This is the same problem that we saw with OpenSea, where you can't buy and sell NFTs via their mobile app either. Even so, Apple isn't likely to change on this one. They want their cut of the fees that Coinbase is making off of these transactions, and Coinbase is going to have to pay up if they want this revenue stream, or they'll be resigned to desktop transactions just like OpenSea. If there were to be some type of compromise here, maybe Coinbase could pay the fees in fiat currency after the fact, and then Apple could validate the value via the blockchain. But as it stands, this likely won't be able to go through Apple's in-app purchase system as it is today. But who knows? Apple could create a blockchain payment system for their App Store tomorrow. They've got the money.
There's two things that solve every problem: money and explosives. I've got an idea!
But what about your money on these exchanges? After the FTX collapse, and Genesis, and BlockFi, and Digital Surge, and others, everyone's asking, who's next? Major players are doing audits to reassure their investors, with Crypto.com and Binance being very visible and vocal. Crypto.com demonstrated above 100% collateralization for Bitcoin, Ether, and USDC. Binance also published its proof of reserves, but has been criticized for not sharing its total balance sheet, with one analyst stating that the report is, quote, pointless without liabilities. This is because while Binance may have enough Bitcoin in its asset column, we don't know if they're over-leveraged on their promises, which could cause them to be unable to fulfill withdrawal requests. The report from the accounting firm Mazars has also raised further red flags about the organization's transparency, which is the whole reason they did the audit. John Reed Stark, formerly of the SEC, said the report, quote, doesn't address effectiveness of internal financial controls, doesn't express an opinion or assurance conclusion, and doesn't vouch for the numbers. The CEO for Binance, CZ, has continued to claim the company is solid.
We are very confident that our practices comply with the industry requirements.
These are big companies with billions in assets, but crypto is still risky. If these companies aren't diversified in their investments and most of their assets are in crypto, even small movements in Bitcoin and Ethereum could put these organizations in jeopardy. What would happen to the price of Bitcoin or Ethereum if either or both of these exchanges were to go bankrupt? This is a great time to talk about today's sponsor, Ledger. If you don't have a hardware wallet to keep your assets safe away from these currency exchanges, you should try a Ledger. Resilience by design. Okay, Ledger's not a sponsor, but it is a good hardware wallet, and I do recommend it. Ledger, you know where to find me. Anti-crypto fiat giant Jamie Dimon is back to bashing crypto by calling crypto tokens pet rocks.
Crypto is a complete sideshow, okay? And you guys spend too much time on it, and I've made my views perfectly clear about crypto tokens are like pet rocks. There's 20 to 30 billion of ransomware a year that we know about, 20 to 30 billion of exchange costs that we know about, lots of AML, anti-terrorism financing, tax avoidance, sex trafficking. Why we allow this stuff to take place?
It's hard to take this too seriously, considering crypto threatens everything that this guy is about. The blockchain stands to get rid of the banking middleman, which JPMorgan is, and enable currency transfers and exchanges at lightning speeds for a fraction of the cost. Centralized banking will lose a lot of money if cryptocurrencies really do take over, and he knows this. I can't hate though. Bankers gonna bank, except on Labor Day and Columbus Day, President's Day, Flag Day. And finally, my consistent plea to NFT lovers out there, please stop sleeping on VFriends and book games. I did a whole video on how the utility that VFriends is delivering could change the NFT game moving forward, and it keeps going. The V Viper from Rally Road has already doubled since May. The Mink character got another activation with Galaxy Fight Club, where the character will be included in Galaxy's NFT Cross-IP Championship. This is yet another utility for this VFriend character this year. This digital battle royale will include over 25 NFT projects in a 3-event battle with over $250,000 worth of prizes. This utility comes on top of a ton of other activations already in the works for Mink. This includes Mintage membership passes, Carmelo Anthony's Little Villains Mint whitelist, the Ledger Market Pass Genesis Edition, the Save the Date NFT project from Amber Victoria, the Internet Game Allow list, and a bunch more. For those who aren't familiar with VFriends, the Mink character is just one of 283 characters in the VF universe. There is a lot going on. Just last week, VFriends partnered with Vintage Frames to give Forthright Flamingo holders limited edition sunglasses. These were unveiled in Art Basel in Miami last week at Vintage Frames' new store opening. I gotta say, being from Florida, these sunglasses fit the Miami vibe perfectly. So if you want to know more, you need to jump in the VFriends Discord. There's lots of folks there that are willing to help and answer questions. Gary, should we tell them?
Who's next? Come on.
Web3 is the future. Book games is forever. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.